Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mystery Channel 33. I am Tatiana. I'm here to help solve more missing women, shooting men cases. So let's begin. This is titled, She Didn't Deserve to Die the Way She Did. Questions surround women's death after police interaction during mental health crisis. Okay, this is how she looks. I'm hearing asthma attack. So let's begin. A woman stopped breathing while in Memphis police custody and later died in the hospital. But it wasn't until 2 years later that the department asked the state to decertify two of the officers on the scene that day. A very serious request that will revoke their credentials needed to work in law enforcement in Tennessee. The incident happened September the 13th, 2020. Officers trained to deal with mental health crisis was called to an apartment where they found Nicole Claiborne, a young woman with schizophrenia. I don't know if you have been around a schizophrenic. They become well aware of the characters that are not real, Claiborne's friend sister Natasha Bell said. She believes that morning was like the others. I have talked Nicole down many times when she thought she was hearing things, Bell said. Police stated Claiborne appeared to be in crisis but was non-violent. They eventually left. True. 11 hours later, the same officers responded to a pet store bathroom where Claiborne was yelling, singing, and praying. Police records state she was incoherent, extremely disoriented, and failing her arms. Despite what they already knew about Claiborne and despite their previous de-escalation training, she was immediately handcuffed. In the squad car, she became stiff and unresponsive, so an officer poured ice and water on her from a personal drinking cup, and then administered 2 doses of Narcan. Is this me? When they didn't work, they did me like this, y'all. They did me like this. When they didn't work, they started CPR at first with her hands still cuffed behind her back. She was taken to St. Francis Hospital. As soon as I found out she was in critical condition, I dropped everything I was doing in San Francisco and I flew straight into Memphis, Bell said. Claiborne died before she landed. Her family was shocked, heartbroken, and confused. I know this was investigated by Internal Affairs. They have done their best to keep us out and not give us information, Bell said. Internal police documents state that a death report wasn't taken until a day after Claiborne died, and that hospital staff didn't even know she was in police custody. Despite policy, the Homicide Bureau and Internal Affairs wasn't contacted from the scene. Crime scene never showed up to photograph the squad car for any possible evidence. In fact, Claiborne's family had to request an autopsy. Whew. We got a copy of the report. It noted multiple contusions and scattered abrasions and scabs. It stated Claiborne told officers that morning she was taking her psychiatric medications, but no psychiatric medications were detected. The report noted somebody stole it, I'm hearing. Somebody stole her medicine. The report noted hepatic cirrhosis, swelling and damage to the brain, multiple real fractures, and more. Her body was in various stages of healing. True, they do this to a lot of people, y'all. The report concluded, based on all currently known and available information, the cause of death is best attributed to complications of chronic alcoholism, and the manner of death is natural. Nicole struggled with mental health and a battle with alcoholism, but she didn't deserve to die the way she did, Bell said. Bell said that the report left her with even more questions, so we requested the body camera footage. NPD said it would cost us $804 because it would take, so 12/3, okay, August the 4th, because it would take 36 hours, 9 to make the required redactions. We then requested footage from one officer and in October agreed to play 210 instead. 3. NPD said it would be ready on or before September the 18th, almost a year after we made the request. We have been able to get internal investigative records that states 4 officers was called into question for their role that day. 2. One was cleared and another received a written repayment for turning off his body camera. Lieutenant Freddie Wamoro was questioned for not following protocol like making sure the paperwork was completed, contacting the proper departments, and allowing an officer to leave the hospital. Officer Keith Snyder, only in the field for 23 days, was accused of failing to immediately render CPR and now reposition the handcuffs. Okay, that's them. This is them. Okay. Bell says she submitted her sister's case to the Department of Justice, which currently has an open civil rights investigation into MPD. Last month, the feds thanked her for the information. I still can't hardly believe it, Bell said. Claiborne was only 35 years old. She was known for her loving and fun spirit. She's not just my sister, she's my friend. She had a son. She shouldn't be dead. Okay? Do you need a story investigated? WREG investigators want to hear from you. Call our tip line at 901-543-2378. You can also send an email to investigators@netstar.tv. And that's all the information they have of her. If you'd like to help with this case, you can. I don't do this for the fame or the money. I do it because it's what I love to do. And to the real families of these victims, corporate America will set you up. Thank you, peace, and be safe. Yeah, scary. This is some terrorism shit, okay?